that you had to do, or just something that you wanted to do with Will in some of these instances?
Well, I think you know, the last couple of weeks, Coach Muschamp and I have had numerous conversations, and there's been other schools coming after his staff, which you want to have staff members that other people want, but you also want to retain them. I think especially in the sport of football, the continuity and the consistency is so important to everybody, and we feel like we're able to hang on to our coaches.
Also, Will and Carol will donate naming rights to one of the meeting rooms at the Ops building. Just how good is that to have them give back to the university?
That's very, very special, and I know that he hasn't talked about that at all, doesn't want to talk about it, but you know, he's immersed in this university, in this community, and you know, he's giving back. So we're grateful for what he means to our football program, and we want him to be here for a long time.
You, at the moment, I think, are the only SEC school with both coordinators making 7 figures. Does that, A, give you pause, or B, give you the feeling that you're doing what you need to do to compete?
It doesn't give me any pause. I think that if you look at the big picture, we're in the marketplace, we're consistent. So if you break down individual numbers, you may say that, but I think it's important that you have the kind of people that you need in those positions, and we feel great about Coach Robinson and Coach McClendon and the roles that they play on the field and off the field.
Did Coach McClendon have a specific offer that you felt like you were responding to with this race?
Well, he's had some interest, I'll tell you that. So, and you know, as I said before, Coach Muschamp and I've had these conversations in the last 2 weeks while he's been traveling all over the country recruiting, that we want to keep our guys together if at all possible, and this board is dedicated and committed to doing that, and I move forward today in an official capacity to try to keep them here.
Do you feel like you are not only competing, when it comes to assistant coaches, not only competing against head coach, other assistant jobs, but head coaching jobs, that potentially you can make your guys so comfortable that they don't take a head coaching job, which everybody might have done in the past?
As you know, there are some head coaching jobs that, let's say, mid-major schools that aren't paying as well as we're paying our coordinators. So I think, you know, that could be an advantage for us. That's not the intent necessarily, but the intent is to pay them their worth and the impact that they have on this university. And, you know, I think it should be noted that we've made some progress here. 3 straight bowl games. Are we happy that we're at 7 wins? I don't think Coach Muschamp would tell you he's happy at 7 wins, but there's been a lot of good things that have happened in our football program, and we want it to continue. And part of that, being able to continue, is keeping your guys together.
The fundraising at the new football ops building, is that gone as well as you thought it would?
Well, we started out as a goal of trying to get around $30 million, and that's kind of where we are right now. So you probably noticed recently we've expanded upon that to try to hit another $10 million. Our donors have been extremely generous. It's a great facility, certainly in the top 5 or 10 in the country, that can impact recruiting in a positive way. And soon after January 1st gets here, we'll have everybody in the building.
Touched on it a little bit before, but continuity with coaching staff, just how important is that for not only the staff itself, but for the student athlete and those guys? It's
extremely important. It makes a difference. You know, these relationships are built, that are cultivated, and you go back to, you know, some of our recruits that are going to be signing with us in the near future. It makes a difference because these relationships don't happen overnight, and I know those calls have been coming in too. Or is your staff going to be together? So it is important. You know, you talk about all of our sports. Football is a program with so many people that if you lose that continuity, it's very difficult. Some other sports you can get back to where you need to quicker, but I think football is more difficult. So as it happened here today, we're able to try to keep our staff together.
Does the early signing period impact the timetable in which you needed to do this as opposed to 2 or 3 years ago?
That was discussed. Yeah. You know, I felt like that if we could get this on the board agenda in time, it was the right thing to do for us with the signing date coming up next week.
Appreciate it, Skip.
All right.